Good morning, Cougars. This is Mr. Martinez with the morning announcements. Good morning, Sadie.
Good morning.
Elle's got the day off. Thank you for filling in. Are you ready to see a brand new flag?
Yes.
All right, check this out. This is coming from Lily, who is a first grader. What do you think?
I think that's a very good flag. It's very creative.
Very creative. She did a great job here. I love with the torn paper on there. I love her stars.
Mhm.
Sadie, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, thank you, Sadie. A big shout out to Lily, our first grader. Happy Friday, everybody. Today is Friday, November 12th. We're expecting warm weather, Sadie. Guess how hot it's going to be today?
I don't know.
90 degrees.
That's hot.
It's almost
Yeah.
like a summer day. Yeah.
It's been like that for this week alone.
Hopefully you and everybody else are going to wear some clothes for warm weather because it's going to be hot. Bring a water bottle. You want to make sure that you stay cool today for sure. Sadie, we're at the end of our second week of the candy split. What do we want everybody to know about the candy split?
Please take any candy you brought to school today to either the office or room 31. Thank you to everyone who contributed to this year's candy split. All the candy will be given to local soup kitchens to give people an extra treat during the holidays.
Yeah, think about it this way. If there are lots of places in the city where people that need a meal, they can go and get a meal and they get a tray of food. And then some of those candies will put on that tray of food so that they have like a little dessert at the end of their meal. Isn't that a nice thing?
That's a very nice thing.
So a special thanks to everybody that's donated. Special thanks to the boys and girls of room 31. They're going to be sorting all that candy. Special thanks and a whoop whoop to Miss Green, who coordinates our candy split every year. We really appreciate everybody's effort, and all the donations have been wonderful. Sadie, this is your week. This is week number 2 of the month of November, and that means it's time for Sadie's Groovy Movies. And before you share your movie, let me see if I've got the right picture for your film. Does this look correct?
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you to the person who suggested this movie. Okay, 3, 2, 1. To the Lost for the Kids bus stealing candy from a baby. Isn't that crazy? Being evil is legal, but not in Oregon. There's Mal, Evie, Carlson, Jay. They meet some nice kids, but they're cold as ice. If I tell you any more about the movie, this movie will be a bore.
And it's called The Descendants, and obviously I can see it on Disney Plus. Probably is that where I could see it?
Yeah, you can see it at Disney Plus.
And it looks like this the young lady that's got the magic potion in her hand. Is she have some special powers?
She does have special powers and a spell book.
Oh, and a spell book. Okay, very good. So that's The Descendants. You highly recommend it for the weekend, huh, Sadie?
Yes.
All right, thank you for sharing. That is The Descendants, Sadie's Groovy Movie of the week. Now, speaking of movies, we are celebrating Native American Heritage Month, Sadie, and I've got a video to teach everybody about the original Native Americans that lived in Los Angeles. What do you think?
I think that's
yes. They were called the Tongva. Can you say Tongva?
Tongva.
Tongva. So this is a short. We're going to show only the first 2 minutes, and then teachers, I'm going to give you the link so that you can show the rest of the video to your classes. But here is a sneak peek of that video. Here we go.
The Santa Monica History Museum is honored to help tell the story of the Tongva, the indigenous inhabitants of Santa Monica. Also known as the Gabrielino or the Gabrieleño, the Tongva were one of California's richest and most culturally sophisticated pre-contact societies. The Tongva have lived in the Los Angeles area for about 7,000 years. Tongva territory was similar to the footprint of Los Angeles. The northern border was shared with the Chumash in Malibu. Coverage extended south to the Newport Beach area, east into the San Gabriel Mountains, and west to include local islands such as Santa Catalina. The vibrant hunter-gatherer culture of pre-contact Tongva included arts, religion, an organized society, and a wealthy trading economy. Though Tongva life was irreparably harmed by the violent displacement of their villages, today the Tongva community has resurrected many of their ancestral traditions. The Los Angeles basin was populated with about 100 Tongva villages. This painting by Mary Thompson is the closest representation that we have to a typical pre-contact Tongva village. Tongva families lived together in dome-shaped structures. Houses were often large enough for extended families to live together. Tule, a water reed, was integral to the Tongva way of life. Thick woven mats of tule were used to insulate homes. Tule was also used to make everyday objects and even toys such as dolls.
All right, and that is a little snippet from the video on the Tongva. Sadie, what were your impressions? What did you think about it?
I think it was very educational, and it told a very good history of the Tongva's past.
And we saw just 2 minutes of the video. The video is actually about 6 minutes, teachers, so it's on our SchoolTube account. The link is on your Schoology, our group page there. If you wanted to show the whole video to your classes, we highly recommend it. 7,000 years living in this area. And the Tongva are from the area of Santa Monica. What about those houses, the dome-shaped houses?
I think those were very cool. I think that's
very cool for sure. So check out the rest of the video, everybody. Before we move on to the words of wisdom, we want to give everybody a COVID announcement due to the spike. And obviously we've had a high number of COVID cases recently in the last week and a half, really. I want to recommend to all families that we take some extra precautions over the upcoming weekends for sure. First thing we want to talk about is mask wearing. Now, Sadie, you have a mask over there at your place?
yes.
I'm gonna show first one thing that I've noticed kids doing, and then you tell me what's wrong with it. I've seen a lot of this lately. What's wrong with that, Sadie?
You can see the nose and it's not blocking your nose.
Yeah, if your nose is white out there in the open, then this mask is not doing its full job. So everybody has to keep that mask. And a lot of the masks have little pinchers, like little metal up here that you can pinch that keeps it snug on your nose, just like that. Sadie, what else have you noticed about masks and mask wearing?
I've noticed a lot of people wearing their masks like this and forgetting to put it up after they eat or drink a sip of water.
Yeah, so it's totally fine, everybody, to give a little reminder. If you see somebody, they're finished eating and they start walking to the playground, or they start talking to somebody, you can easily just say, point to your mask and have them pull it up as a little reminder. It helps keep us all safe, all right? Sadie, what else do we want everybody to remember? Tell us about hands.
Always keep your hands clean and wash them regularly, like after you go to the bathroom or when you have time on a break.
And everybody that's watching, I really recommend that we hold off on sleepovers or indoor play dates for the next couple of weeks, just until we get our COVID numbers back to where they should be. They've been really high lately. We all need to do what we can to bring them down. And then we want to remind everybody that today, Friday, is COVID testing. So everybody, all students and staff, will be tested today at Carpenter. So please, everybody needs to chip in and help us keep our COVID numbers down. All right. Sadie, you ready for the words of wisdom?
Yes.
All right. Today, boys and girls, we're going to talk about the importance of self-responsibility. That means being responsible for your choices and the things that you do. Responsibility is an interesting word. If you look at it as a compound word, it becomes responsibility. Responsibility, the ability to respond. Think about it this way.
Responsible people are people who are able to respond to situations in a way that gets the best results for themselves and for others.
So boys and girls, ask yourself this. If you are always blaming other people for the bad choices you make, are you doing that? Or are you wise enough to hold yourself responsible? If you discover that you're always blaming others, take another look.
And when others see you act in a responsible way today, they will trust you to make a good decision in the future.
With something to think about, this is Mr. Martinez.
And Sadie,
Make it a great day.
or not.
The choice is yours. Sadie, have a wonderful Friday.
You
Enjoy
too.
your COVID testing whenever your class goes to do that.
Yeah.
And boys and girls, we'll see you on campus.
See you on campus. Bye.
Bye.